Days of Our Lives spoilers preview promo say that Joy faces heartbreak as Alex and Stephanie give in to passion, EJ and Belle surrender to desire. As February begins, Days of Our Lives fans are in for an emotional rollercoaster filled with passionate reunions, unexpected medical crises, and heartfelt moments that will keep everyone on the edge of their seats. Love isn't always easy, and Johnny DiMera knows that all too well. Over the past few weeks, his jealousy has spiraled out of control, leaving his marriage to Chanel Dupree hanging by a thread. Hurt and frustrated by Johnny's possessive nature, Chanel took some much-needed space to figure out what she truly wanted. But now, after much soul-searching, Johnny finally realizes how deeply his actions have affected the woman he loves. He doesn't just want Chanel back, he needs her. With his heart on his sleeve, Johnny swallows his pride and makes his way to see Chanel, ready to lay it all on the line. With emotion thick in his voice, Johnny apologizes, admitting that his jealousy clouded his judgment. He tells Chanel that she means everything to him and begs her to give their love another chance. Chanel, still hurt but visibly moved by Johnny's vulnerability, listens carefully as he promises to be a better man. For a moment, the tension lingers between them. Will she forgive him, or is the damage too deep? But then, as if the weight of their struggles is suddenly lifted, Chanel pulls Johnny into a tender kiss. The passion they once shared is reignited, and just like that, the walls between them crumble. After spending far too much time apart, Johnny and Chanel's love story is back on track. As they celebrate their reunion, the couple looks ahead to a fresh start, one without the insecurities and misunderstandings that threaten to tear them apart. But in Salem, happiness is never guaranteed, and just as Johnny and Chanel find their way back to each other, trouble is brewing elsewhere. While some are experiencing the joys of reconciliation, others will be facing a far more terrifying reality. Kayla Johnson has always been a pillar of strength, a devoted wife, a dedicated doctor, and a beloved member of the community. But even the strongest among us are not invincible. Determined to make the most of a special evening, Kayla and Steve Johnson set out to enjoy a romantic night together, free from the usual chaos of their lives. The couple shares laughter, warm embraces, and whispered words of love as they toast to their enduring bond. But just as the evening seems perfect, tragedy strikes. Without warning, Kayla's body goes limp, her eyes flutter shut, and in an instant, she collapses into Steve's arms. Panic grips him as he desperately calls her name, but there's no response. Steve's heart pounds in his chest as he fumbles for his phone, dialing 911 with trembling fingers. Every second feels like an eternity as he reports his wife's sudden collapse, his voice cracking with fear. She's unresponsive, he tells the dispatcher, his breath hitching. Please, I need help. Now. The realization that Kayla's life could be in danger sends shockwaves through Steve. Memories of the countless challenges they've faced together flash before his eyes. How could this be happening? As he waits for the ambulance, Steve holds Kayla close, his mind racing with possibilities. Was this a simple fainting spell, or is something far more sinister at play? And most importantly, will the love of his life survive? While Kayla fights for her life, Salem continues to be a city of contrasts, where heartbreak and healing, despair and hope exist side by side. Johnny and Chanel have reclaimed their love, proving that second chances do exist. But will their happiness last, or will a new challenge threaten their rekindled romance? And as for Steve and Kayla, their love story has endured the test of time. But now, as Kayla's life hangs in the balance, will Steve be able to face the possibility of losing her? Next, Joy's heart breaks as Alex and Stephanie share a passionate kiss. For a while now, Joy has been falling harder and harder for Alex. Their chemistry is undeniable, and they've shared some steamy, unforgettable moments together. But for Joy, it's more than just passion, it's something real. She's starting to picture a future with Alex, and as Valentine's Day approaches, she dares to hope that he feels the same way. Determined to define where they stand, Joy shares one last intimate night with Alex. They give in to their passion once more, the connection undeniable, the desire still sizzling between them. But in the aftermath, when the vulnerability of the moment has settled in, Joy bravely puts her heart on the line. With a hopeful smile, she brings up Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year, a day for couples to celebrate their love. Surely Alex wants to spend it with her, but instead of an immediate answer, Alex hesitates. That slight pause is enough to make Joy's heart stutter with unease. And with good reason, because at that very moment, someone else in Salem is making a bold move of their own. Stephanie is still grappling with the truth in her heart. She tried to move on. She tried to let go. But despite her best efforts, Alex still lingers in her thoughts. And when she recently confessed that she still has feelings for him, the look in Alex's eyes told her everything. He feels the same way. That's why, when they find themselves alone, unable to ignore the unspoken tension, something shifts. In the heat of the moment, resistance melts away, and suddenly, Alex and Stephanie find themselves wrapped in each other's arms once more. The passion is too strong, the pull too undeniable, and just as they share a deep, searing kiss, fate delivers the cruelest timing possible. Joy, dressed in a hospital gown and pushing an IV stand, happens to appear at that very moment. Her eyes widen in horror as she sees the man she was falling for, the man she just shared a night with, completely lost in another woman's embrace. The shock, the betrayal, it's almost too much to bear. Now, the question remains. Is Joy wearing that hospital gown for a scene on Body and Soul, or has something even more sinister happened? There have already been whispers of another mysterious attack on the show's cast. If Joy has fallen victim to yet another crime, it would mean that Salem's most beloved soap opera is becoming as dangerous as real life itself. But no matter the reason she's in that gown, one thing is certain. Her heart has just taken a blow she never saw coming. EJ and Belle give in to temptation, but how long will it last? Meanwhile, across town, another pair is about to surrender to their deepest desires. EJ and Belle have been dancing around temptation for a while now. The tension between them has been crackling like a fire just waiting for a spark. And despite knowing they should resist, despite all the complications that could come from this, tonight, all of that is forgotten. Maybe it's the need for comfort. Maybe it's the heat of the moment. Maybe it's just two people giving in to something inevitable. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain, EJ and Belle aren't holding back anymore. As passion takes over, clothes hit the floor, and the walls they've built around themselves come tumbling down. They don't think about the consequences, the fallout, or what happens next. Right now, all they care about is each other. But while their night of passion may be unforgettable, reality is bound to catch up with them sooner or later. Because EJ is keeping secrets, and in Salem, secrets never stay buried for long. Whispers suggest that whatever EJ is hiding is big enough to shake up this fiery romance before it even has a chance to truly begin. Belle may be enjoying herself now, but she could soon find herself regretting it when the truth finally comes to light. So while EJ and Belle may be indulging in some seriously fun passion at the moment, they'd better enjoy it while they can. Because in true Days of Our Lives fashion, this romance might just be headed for a devastating twist. Stay tuned for another week of drama, love, and life-changing twists that will leave you breathless.